October 2022 at the Stafford show, and we're here with Steve and this gorgeous Suzuki T500, which is the best in show in the concourse. Absolutely stunning machine, and Steve, the owner, is going to talk us through a few bits. So Steve, how long have you had this bike?
I bought it in 2017 as a restoration project. I was looking for a UK bike that hadn't been restored, so it had all the correct nuts and bolts on it and that nobody had sort of taken apart before, which makes the ideal bike to turn into a concourse machine.
And was this bike complete, and was it a runner when you first got it, or was it in a really sorry state?
But it wasn't very healthy.
Right, okay.
But it was a complete bike. Lots of little bits missing on it, but as a general rule it was okay. It was all there. Not that I used, a lot of the parts weren't reusable, like the mudguard, the exhausts, handlebars. There's lots of parts that couldn't be reused, but I knew what I had to get to replace them to make it a factory original bike because it hadn't been taken apart before.
And that's the key, isn't it? When you at this level of concourse on these types of machines, it's all right them looking cosmetically perfect as this one does, but it's got to be the correct parts, correct fixtures, fittings, everything to the.
Every nut and bolt and screw is specific to that particular bike. Like every nut and bolt's got a little S on it, Suzuki S, things like that. That rubber cover there on the gear lever. If you want to put that one there, if you want to put the gear lever on the other side for the old British people who used to buy them, you can. But there's a cover that goes on it. Little things that.
And that's it. So I was talking to the judges earlier about which bike they'd chosen, and one of the head judges there was saying even the detail that you went to on where the cuts are on the transfers on the tank was spot on.
Well, the tank had never been restored,
right.
So I knew that Suzuki had done that from the factory. So that I could replicate it basically. Which if somebody had sprayed it and done it, differently, I wouldn't have been able to replicate it.
And is it the process of restoring a bike like this that you get excited about, or being able to show it here? What is it that really drives you to do it?
I love restoring and showing, so I love the process of achieving this and then letting other people see what can be done. It's just nice that lots of people are interested in it, and that's a great thing really. It's just such a great atmosphere. And
what was the hardest part of getting it to this standard? What was the bit that you were really finding the most challenging?
Probably things like the mudguard. I couldn't find a good mudguard, so I got 3 from the States in succession, and that looked okay. But when they came, I stripped them off, and they were scrap. But there are lots of money as well, So you're paying lots of money to get the perfection, even when it comes, it isn't perfect. So. 4th time lucky, I found one on a UK eBay. Stripped it off and it was good. So I eventually got there. It's just the way it is, really. It just takes time, to find those good parts.
And what sort of time was put into this then? How long did it take you to get it done?
It took 3 years really to sort of get the job done, but not every day, obviously, just in spare time. And a lot of time waiting for parts, to sort of look for them and then find them.
And the T500, so it's a twin-cylinder 2-stroke. And is this a bike you've owned before, one of these? Or
I had one when I was 17.
Ah, that's it, yeah. So.
I built it from a box of bits when I was 17 that somebody had taken apart. But I didn't, I hadn't got this skill level in those days, so I just put it together and rode it, like you do. But I never forgot that acceleration and that sort of adrenaline rush. So when I got a bit older, that was the one I wanted to do.
And that's what's given you the desire and passion to, build a bike to this standard and bring it here today. And it looks amazing. What's the next project you've got lined up then?
I've got a GT380, which is a similar era, slightly older. So I'm going to do the same to that. That's the next little project.
Oh, brilliant. Well, we look forward to seeing that here at the show, and no doubt it'll be winning a prize along the way.
Hopefully, if I live long enough to finish it.
Good luck with that, and thanks for talking to us about the bike, Steve. Cheers. Thank you.